Hello and good morning, students. So after we have started the chapter of indefinite integral and we have gone through all the formulas that have been derived from derivative formulas, all the formulas of integration as a antiderivative. So we have now come to know how to use the derivative formulas in integration. So now we are going to solve some very important question from NCERT. This is one of the important question. This is solve the integration of cos 2x plus 2 sin square x upon cos square x. Here what we have to see is that both the angles here are x, but here it is 2x. So we are going to use trigonometric formulas to resolve this 2x. So we have to make this angle half. So these are two important formula, very important for integration, because they are used very much. The first one is 1 minus cos 2x and second is 1 plus cos 2x. 1 minus cos 2x has been changed to 2 sin square x and 1 plus cos 2x is 2 cos square x. So now we are going to use this. We have to write the value of cos 2x. What will be this? If we change this, we change this to other side and it will come 1 minus 2 sin square x. So we are going to put it here. So it will be 1 minus 2 sin square x plus 2 sin square x was already there and divide by cos square x. So you can see these two terms cancel with each other and we are left with 1 upon cos square x dx. 1 upon cos square is nothing but secant square x. And what is the derivative of secant square x from antiderivative? Whose derivative is secant square? Tan x. So secant square's integration will be tan x plus c we will always write as the constant of integration. So this was the question. Now let us see one more question from NCERT. This is integration of e raised to power 6 log x minus e raised to power 5 log x upon e raised to power 4 log x minus e raised to power 3 log x. It is natural log e, you can write. Now we have to solve this integration. So we know one result of here we are going to use the formulas of log. So formulas of log are log of m into n can be written as log of m plus log of n, whereas log of m upon n is log of m minus log of n. Then log of m raised to power n is n into log of m. And these are all the formulas that we are going to use it here. The first one is this one. If log is multiplied by some number, that means that can be written in the power from there. So now we have to write this as a power everywhere where the log is given. So this integral will become e raised to power log x raised to power 6 minus e raised to power log x raised to power 5 and upon e raised to power log x raised to power 4 minus e raised to power log x raised to power 3. Now we know that log and e cancel with each other. If we have e log x, it is just x. So this term will vanish and you have only x raised to power 6 minus x raised to power 5 upon x raised to power 4 minus x cube. So you will be left with this term only because e and log cancel with each other. So now we can take x raised to power 5 common from numerator. So that will give x minus 1. And here you can take x cube common, so x minus 1 again common inside the sign of integration, and don't forget to write dx. Now x minus 1 both side cancel and x raised to power 5 upon x cube, it will be x square by subtracting the power. So the integration of x square, the power rule says that we have to increase the power and divide by the increased power plus constant of integration. This was yet another question from NCERT, and now we will see one more. Again NCERT. This question is integral of cos x minus cos 2x upon 1 minus cos x. So how to solve this? In this question, we have to do some tricky work again. We have to put this because all the other angles are x, but here it is 2x. So to resolve this again, we are going to use cos 2x formula, 1 minus cos 2x and 1 plus cos 2x. Here we are going to use 1 plus cos 2x, which is 2 cos square x. Why we are using it here? Because the other terms are involving cos, so we need the formula in terms of cos. So 2 cos square x minus 1. So we are going to put it here. Cos x is already there. The value of cos 2x is 2 cos square x minus 1 upon 1 minus cos x. So after taking minus sign common, why we take minus sign common? Because this is the term of highest degree. We keep it in the front and all the other term following it. Don't forget to write dx 1 minus cos x in the denominator. So this is what we are left with. Now what we have to do is we have to deal this as a quadratic. Quadratic where we consider cos x as t. Just for the rough work we are doing, it will become 2t square if we put cos x as t minus t plus 1. So the factors of this is 1 into 2 is 2, 2 minus 1 is this. So 2t square minus 2t plus t minus 1. These will be the factors. After taking 2t common, you will left with the t minus 1 here, and after taking 1 common, t minus 1. So 2t plus 1 and t minus 1. These are the two factors. So what will be this? After factorizing this in this way, 2t means 2 cos x plus 1 into cos x minus 1. So factorizing this way, and you can see if I take minus sign common from here also, that will cancel with this minus sign, and this term will be cos x minus 1, because now I am writing it here only. After taking minus sign common from this, so cos x will become positive and 1 will become negative, so that it will cancel, and we are just left with minus also cancel because we have taken minus sign from the denominator also. So it will be 2 cos x plus 1. So integration of this is 2 is constant, will remain same. The integration of cos x is sin x, and integration of 1 is x, and the constant of integration. So this will be the answer to this question.